So typically I wake up between 7 and 7:30 a.m. every day. Then I wake up my daughters and get them ready for the day. And that kind of starts... Why are there bugs everywhere? After I wake up, I usually get ready. I get dressed right away, usually in workout clothes, and I get ready for my day, and I come downstairs and I help them pack their lunch boxes, get their stuff ready for the day, things like that. Super important part of my schedule is I do not get full face ready in the daytime like when I'm with the kids. I just get dressed in workout gear, little shorts or leggings or whatever, and then I get ready, get the girls to school, because as soon as I drop them off at school, I keep walking. Because I'm already out the door, I'm already gross and sweaty, like I'm not going to do my makeup and all that stuff. I'm just dropping off the kids at school, and then I keep going for a walk. This is usually at least, I'd say 3 days a week. Sometimes it's like 2 or 3 days a week. And the other 2 days I've been doing yoga, which I like really am falling in love with. So I'm loving that. And that way I get my exercise over and done in the morning, and then I don't have to worry about it anymore. During this time when I'm helping the kids get ready, I do try to, I was kind of looking at my phone to show you what I do, but I'm recording on my phone. I do like to go onto my phone and I click the Google Calendar and I check to make sure I don't have any appointments or meetings or anything I'm supposed to be like on point and ready for, because I want to make sure I remember what's going on in my day. For some reason, I just need to like have that reminder because I'm really, really bad at like remembering that there's things on the schedule. So I make sure I check my schedule. Then I move over to an app called Trello. You may have heard me talk about it before if you're on this channel at all and you've ever seen any of my videos. Hi. What's wrong? Someone wanted to join our video. So yeah, I go into Trello and then I check all my tasks and all of the things that I want to get done every single day. And I make sure that I can use that checklist to keep my mind organized and remember my things that I'm supposed to do. I also have this calendar behind me too that also keeps me on track. It's a good visual aid. So when I am sitting at my desk, I can just kind of look over and be like, oh, today's Wednesday. Okay, I need to focus on this. And then that way I'm good to go. And I have all my planning intact. Being a work from home mom, you are the boss. Like there is no one to go to. There's no one coming in telling you, hey, Michelle, you have to get this done by 3 o'clock. Or, hey, do you have the recording ready for tomorrow? Like, hey, did you write up that email? Like no one's doing that for you. You have to do that for you. So I have to make sure that I am using all these things, all these, tools in my schedule to make sure that I'm helping myself get ready. So usually after my kids are at school and I go for a walk, sometimes he'll come with me on the walk, sometimes he doesn't. Just depends if he's like awake and wanting to. Sometimes my husband's home during the day, so he'll just stay in bed with my husband and like cuddle and stuff. And then when I get home is when I go upstairs, I take a shower, I get ready for the day. I usually
go Mama's bath.
And we go in Mama's bath, yeah. So yeah, I go upstairs, I take a shower, I get ready for the day, and I usually allot myself an hour. That way, if I need to blow dry my hair or straighten it,
Mama,
like I have.
Here's go shower, and Mama, and me going to Mama's bath.
You like to use Mama's bath, yes.
Yeah.
So that way,
Mama, here's go. Girls' bath again?
The girls' bath, yeah, the kids' bath.
Oh.
Yep. So that way, I have plenty enough time. If I want to straighten my hair or do something special to it, I have the allotted time to do that. Okay, so yes, after I do that, I get ready for the day. Usually while I get ready, I listen to a YouTube video or something inspirational or something, like I'm learning or I'm trying to learn. I'll like listen while I get ready because I'm a multitasker. There's no time to not get all the things done. So I like to listen to YouTube. So it depends on what I'm in the mood for. Sometimes I just listen to straight music, but usually I'm trying to get some education.
Hey,
Usually I'm trying to get some education while I'm in there because then it's like two birds with one stone. So once I get everyone else all settled and ready to go and I'm showered and dressed and ready to be in my office, it's usually around 10 o'clock. My hours are typically from 10 to 2-ish. Sometimes it's 9:30 to 2:30 or 1:30. It kind of varies of when I'm actually working, but it's always like that chunk of day. And then the rest of the day I allot to being with my family and hanging out with them and cleaning the house and doing my chores. Bringing the kids to all their activities and things like that. Now, I want to be very clear that this does not mean I'm not working still. This is when I can, get my pictures for social media and, when the kids are having downtime or we're all watching a movie and then they get sick of it in 10 minutes. I, sometimes will go on my phone or I'll take my pictures or I'll read my books or I'll start knitting and things like that. So that's when people always say to me, how do you get this all done? How do you do all these things? You have to remember, I'm not commuting. I work from home. So there is no okay, get into the car. Oh no, I need gas. Oh no, it's raining and no one can drive all of a sudden. And none of those things apply to me. I'm working from home. So when I get dressed up, I'm good to go. Here I am. My office is just a few feet away off of the living room. So I can find time to do all the things. So I will make sure that I find times to do the laundry or do the dishes. I tend to do these things when my kids are occupied doing other things. So I'm not missing out time with them. I'm not feeling stressed. I pick my time frames and it's never the same. I'm not so stringent that I have to do dishes only in the morning or I have to do laundry at 12 o'clock or whatever. I'm not like that. I like to be flexible and open and just kind of do things as I see fit, when I need to. But I'm on purpose about them. So for an example, when it is bath time and my children are all in their own bath or whatever they're doing for bath time, sometimes two of them will pair up and take a bath together, which is super helpful. I will make sure that the baths are going, they're all settled and ready to go. And then I dump a basket of laundry on my bed, turn on some Law and Order, keep an extra ear open, and I'm getting my entertainment value and I'm getting the laundry done.
Walk with me. Let's leave the past behind. Walk with me. There's something else we need to find. Say you'll go, don't make me wait. There's no need to hesitate. Let's make footprints is the sky, like the color of your eyes. Blue is your heart. It's been like that from the start. Say you'll stay till the morning light. I'll help you through the fight. Let's make footprints in the sand. Let's make miracles. Come hold my hand. Let's find something new. Me and you.
So, and the kids are taking a bath. Hello, multitasking. Welcome to the world of multitasking. So the kids are getting bathed. I'm listening out for them. I'm folding laundry and I'm still hearing Law and Order. For me, I'm pretty sure I've never been diagnosed. Pretty sure I have some level of ADD or ADHD. For me, this works and I love it. I love having all the noise and all the things going on at once. And I know that's not for everybody. Some people need to focus on one thing at a time and they need to be like, nope, I'm in my office, so this is the time to do this. And when I go over to do laundry, it's just time to do laundry. And I get that. I don't work that way. So, and I think a lot of people can still relate to me in that way, where when people say, like, how do you get it all done? That's why, because I'm a multitasker and I do lots of different things at one time. This is also the time that, like, I'll find candid shots, or maybe I can respond to a couple of social media things while I'm waiting for the laundry to, dry again, because I have to put the dryer on again. But whatever, like, when I find those little pockets of time, that's when I go on social media and I respond to my people, or that's when I'm recording videos or taking pictures. Like, I find pockets of time throughout the day. And sometimes, like right now, my kids are up in their rooms and they're settling down for bed, and I'm taking the opportunity to record a video because I know it can be quiet down here and I can kind of get it done without them barging in. Potentially, we'll see. You never know. But I tried to have some chunked out times. So if I show you too my Google Calendar, I do chunk out times so I know kind of like what's going on loosely. Because again, I've always been told, not always, but some people have told me, like, plan for every minute. And while I do like that concept, I also know that while I'm planning for every minute of the day, I can still be flexible within those minutes. And I'm not going to be mad at myself if I don't do something that I said I was going to do, because then you just beat yourself up about it. And that's no fun. I'm trying to find the week right now. Okay, so this is going to be, that's going to look a little bit craziness, but all these weeks are already done. I'm still going to show you one of my previous weeks, and maybe I'll even show you my upcoming week, but I'm kind of crazy with classes on one of the days, and it's just because it's a holiday, so I opened a lot of classes. But anyways, so I'm going to show you my calendar, and so you can kind of see like how I chunk up my time and how I use Google Calendar to go ahead and do that. Okay, so instead of a screen recording, I'm just going to use my phone to show you. Like, as you can see, I have Sunday through Saturday, and this is kind of how I chunk out my time, and it goes all the way until 11 p.m. So I have, in the morning, I have my wake up time, exercise, get ready, family time. So that's a weekend, so it's Sunday. Family time, and then I do work, and then I have bedtime routine. So during the week, as you can see, my family time is not till 1 because my husband leaves to work, and then I need to make sure that I'm there for my son. But see how I can sometimes add pockets of classes depending on what my son is doing, or depending if my daughters are home to be with him, or if they're going to go on a play date or something like that. So like it depends on those little pockets of time. Sometimes I will add things throughout depending on what my schedule allows. But the girls have gymnastics, and then we have my friend was coming over, and then there's a soccer practice, and then there's hip hop class, and then, you know what I mean? Like, it's all on there. And then I have my work classes where like I know I have to be live on Zoom, or I know that I'm going to be like caregiving on this day, like on this chunk of time. So everything is color coordinated, and I can access this right from my phone or my computer, and I know exactly like what I'm supposed to be doing loosely. So like sometimes family times will get interrupted, or hip hop class will be in the middle of family time, but my son doesn't do that. So him and I will go to the playground or something like that. I fill in my gaps as I go. So now, while I love structure of a schedule, I understand that not everybody's going to want to book every single minute to the day. And I totally get that. And that's why you have to have that flexibility and maybe only use your calendar, which I did this at one point. I only had my calendar for like when I had to actually be out of the house. So for me, I always like highlighted those as red. Because in Google Calendar, you can change what color you want things. That's how you see my color coordination. So like if I knew something was in red, it meant I have to be there in person. Like I either have to leave the house or I'm on a live Zoom call or I'm on an interview or whatever. If I have to be somewhere where my physical face needs to be ready and dressed appropriately, then I put it in red and I know that I have to like go and do something. So I will definitely like color coordinate it about that. And so at one point I didn't have all that. I just put in like the important things, but then it just, my brain didn't work like that. It only lasted for maybe a few weeks, maybe a month. And then I was like, no, I want to have everything in there. I like to see, because for me, sometimes I will get flustered and I'm like, oh my gosh, I should be doing something. What should I be doing? And so I'll go to my calendar and I'll like, okay, what time of day is it? What should I be doing? And then if I'm free to do something, I'm like, okay, let me go over my Trello and see what tasks I should be accomplishing to make sure that my week plan for my work is all sorted out and getting done where it's supposed to. I really want to instill this in you. Make sure if you are a work from home mom or you have your own business, maybe you're not even a mom, but you work from home, I really think it is super important to make sure that you make time for the things that really make you happy. And so for me, being able to work for myself, I'm making sure that my businesses are surrounding those things. Like my passion is crafting. So you can see over here, I have my Cricut, I have my iron over here because I was making shirts the other day. You can see my bookstore behind me because I absolutely love to read. And so when I'm done reading a book, or if it's a book that I'm not interested, I'll go ahead and post it in my bookstore. So I have all these books around me and I make sure that I'm following through with my passions and I'm making sure I find time to read the books or make the things or sit down and craft or have, time with my daughters where we can just kind of like paint or make something out of toilet paper rolls or whatever it is that we're doing. I want to make sure that I'm making those pockets of time that it's just fun time and it's just, hey, we can do whatever we want. Like tomorrow, there's not going to be any school. So we're already planning like, okay, let's have a jammy day and we're going to do movies and we're going to do puzzles. Within that means I'm not going to have a normal work day like I normally would. So I need to make sure that I still allow myself to have pockets of time where I'm still getting my work done and getting it in, but I'm still being very present with my family and having that special day that we don't normally have. So I will usually, on days like that where it's very unstructured, some things that I like to do is say, okay, we're going to wake up a little bit later than we would and we're going to snuggle and we're going to have a great breakfast. And then we'll sit down, like I might check my emails while they're eating, things like that. So like I would still maybe sit there and even talk with them. And then when they're cleaning up or washing their hands, check a quick email or do a quick social or something like that. I try to do it when they're busy doing something else so I can answer them and be present in the moment. It doesn't always happen. I am not perfect. I've definitely done things where I'm sitting on the couch, I've zoned out and they're like, mama. And I'm like, oh yeah, hold on 1 second. We all do it. And I'm like, I'm not afraid to put it out there. Okay. Like we're all human, things happen, whatever. But I do try to have moments where I'm like, not like that. And so they know I'm here for them. But anyways, tomorrow. So I'm going to make sure, okay, it's time to watch a movie. We're all going to snuggle up on the couch, have a movie that's at least probably an hour or two together. And then I'll say, okay, everyone, let's take a break. You guys are going to go downstairs and play in the playroom. Go get some movement, blood flowing, things like that. Mommy's going to go to her office for the next hour. So for an hour, you guys can go play, maybe even have a snack, whatever we need to do. And then mommy's going to go work for an hour. So I can take an hour and say, okay, what can I do in this hour? Maybe even set myself a timer and be like, all right, I'm going to make sure that I edit my video, or I'm going to make sure I write out an email or a blog, or I'm setting up whatever it is that I'm setting up. Maybe I'm changing my class or I'm updating my schedule. Things like that. Like I make sure that that hour is being used and I'm not going on social media and scrolling TikTok, because everybody knows you can get sent down such a rabbit hole and then you won't get anything done. I save TikTok for when I'm laying on the couch or I'm going to lay in my bed when I'm like going to go to sleep. I'll go watch TikTok for an hour because that's what I do. It is what it is, right? But I make sure like I don't want to do TikTok when I only have an hour to work. I want to make sure I'm getting work done, right? So it's just all about being very like, what do I want to say? very directed and focused for those little bits of time that you have. And I find that when people start to do this, you really start to think, wow, or after it's done, you're like, wow, I actually did get a lot accomplished because you were very on point and focused. You're like, okay, and I have an hour. What do I need to do in this hour? And then we'll watch another movie together and we'll do whatever. And then I'll have another hour. Or maybe I'm like, hey, you guys, why don't you go ahead and wash your hands, brush your teeth, do all that stuff. And then mommy's going to have 15 minutes in the other room. And that might be responding to a couple of emails or deleting, cleaning up my email box, things like that. So it's just all about being very on purpose. I think that's what I wanted to say is I want to be on purpose. What am I doing? When am I doing it? How am I being presented to my children and my family around me, and making sure I'm still having the moments with them? Because when you are from home, you do need to be your own boss and you need to stay on point. But again, think about it. If you're in a corporate position, which I've been in forever, think about how many times you may leave your desk or your classroom and you go to the break room, check in with another teacher. Maybe you went to go make copies down the hall, but you're also like, oh, I'm going to bump into somebody's classroom or their office and go say hi to this one. And then you get stopped in the hallway. Like that turns into like 15 minutes of like, I was only supposed to make copies and now I'm like being social. Because we do that stuff, right? So it's the same thing at home. I may be in my office and then my kids need me. So I have to leave for a couple minutes and do my thing. It's all about being your own boss is so much more than just doing whatever you want to do. It's more about like helping yourself be self-directed and planning for things in a very on-purpose way and being still like present in the moment. So if you have any questions about any of the things that I've said, or you want to know more in-depth details to my schedule and maybe how I make it, I definitely have a video on here. I'll try to post it here actually of how I do my Google Calendar and how it works. And so if you're interested in that, definitely check out that video or definitely leave comments down below. And also, if you are a work from home person, tell me what you do. What is one of your tips? Or if you want to become a work from home person, why? Why do you want to become someone who works from home? Let me know in the comments what it is that's intriguing for you. I'd love, love, love to hear. And if you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe so you can follow my journey of being a work from home mom.